Hello and welcome to another in-car session of video tips from Arman. I want to share a really cool idea with you. I was actually listening to a sales course by Blair Singer. If you've never heard of the guy, if you've never actually studied his material, I would say he's one of the best salesman that exists in our world right now, along with Tom Hopkins and along with Zig Ziglar and all these other guys. So I make it a point to study great salespeople because when you're selling anything, whether it's online or whether it's offline or through a direct response sales piece, whatever it is, you really need to know how to sell. That's the whole game, and the whole, the idea of a business is to be able to sell. And a lot of people say, you know what, I have the idea, I have this great idea for a product, I just need somebody to sell it for me. That's not really how it works. If you really want to make money from your business, you need to be able to sell. Okay, that's just it's a cold hard truth, I guess you could say. Now the thing is, it's not hard to sell. You don't need to be the best salesperson in the world to make good money. You just need to understand the sales process, and you need to understand how sales works. It's not about talking and having the greatest pitch and all these different things. It's about understanding human psychology, and it's about understanding what makes people move and what makes them take action. Once you really understand that, when you understand the human psyche to that level, it's so easy to sell. It's not hard at all to sell. There is one particular type of pitch that's very famous in the sales world. It's called the elevator pitch. And this elevator pitch, a lot of people have a lot of different opinions on it. I'm going to give you my opinion on it, and this is how I look at it. First off, the length of your sales pitch, if you're talking about selling something to somebody face to face, actually, you know what? Let's backtrack a little bit. The purpose of an elevator pitch is not to actually sell anything. It's just to get the person to move to the next level, to get the person to want to hear more about what you're offering. That's the only purpose that an elevator pitch has. Secondly, the length of your pitch or the length of your elevator talk has a lot to do with, how many stories the building that you're in has. So if you have a 5-story building, it's a lot different than having a 100-story building, and the length of your talk is going to be a lot, it's different, and it just varies what kind of conversation you have with people. A lot of people, when I do sales training for my teammates in our business, a lot of them get the impression that you meet the person, you say, hi, I offer such and such and such and such, and are you interested? It doesn't really work like that. When you meet somebody that you've never met before, and it's somebody that you're meeting in the cold market, you got to first be able to build some kind of rapport, some kind of relationship with that person before you pitch them, or before you even talk about business. You got to be, hey, how was your day? How are you liking the weather? Oh, I really like your tie. I really like your shoes, your watch, whatever the situation may be. Give them some kind of compliment. Let them warm up to you first. Then you simply say, hey, what do you do? They say, I do this. Great. What do you do? They're going to ask you, hey, what are you doing? That's always how the conversation goes. You ask them what they're doing, they tell you, then they're like, as a reciprocation kind of thing, hey, what do you do? Then that's when your elevator pitch comes in. That's when you need preferably a 1-sentence kind of pitch where you tell them what you do, and then you tell them what the benefits are for them. So, for example, my situation would be, I educate people in the strategies of marketing and sales so that they could make more money and they can live the kind of lifestyle that they've always wanted to live. That would be, a bit of a sales pitch. It would be like an elevator pitch. Now, how does this apply to the online world? How does this apply to the internet marketing world and the home-based business world? Because, if you're doing MLM or network marketing, most likely you're going to be getting on the phone and you're actually going to be talking to people. And this is the same exact thing. If you're going to call somebody, if you're calling a lead, for example, and you're trying to, again, you're most likely 90% of the time you're not going to actually recruit them that first conversation. So what's going to happen is that you need to be able to first hey, my name is Arman Vakili, do you have a moment? Ask for permission. Then they say either they don't have a moment or they do have a moment. If they don't have a moment, don't go crazy and start talking anyways, because you don't want to create an enemy, because you might want to call the guy back. If they do have a moment, then they'll say, okay, well, yeah, what is this about? What is it in regarding? Then you say thank you. So thank them for giving you permission to continue. Then you give them your pitch. And then again, you would say, do you have a moment? If they say, no, I'm not interested, okay, thank you, hang up. If they say, yeah, tell me more, then you can continue. And at that point, you would start asking them some questions to qualify them, to see if that's an actual prospect for the business that you're trying to get them involved with. That's as far as a home-based business goes when it comes down to MLM. This guy next to me just gestured something to me. I have no idea what they're talking about. Okay, so that's how you do MLM. Now, if you're trying to apply the elevator pitch to the internet marketing realm, it's pretty much the same thing. The headline on your page, whatever your sales page is, if it's a lead capture page, if it's a sales page where you're actually selling something, the headline is the elevator pitch. So the headline serves the same purpose. The purpose of the headline is to get the reader or the viewer, well, whoever your audience is, to continue listening to the message or to continue reading the message. That's the only purpose of the headline. And your headline, again, you craft it the same way you would an elevator pitch. You tell them what you do. So again, I educate people on the principles of internet marketing and home-based businesses to help them create the income that they've always wanted, so they can live the lifestyle that all their friends will be jealous of, something like that. So that would be my headline. Then the next thing would be the sub-headline. And if you want to learn these things, then blah blah blah, you need to read this letter and all this stuff. So the elevator pitch works in a lot of different ways. Now, it doesn't need to be in an elevator. Again, you could do the same thing if you're at a party somewhere, if you're meeting somebody and you want to pitch them on your business, and maybe you want them to be one of your joint venture partners, or you want to be get them as an investor for your business. Whatever the situation is, you need to craft a very short message that says exactly what you do and what the benefits are to the person listening. And it needs to be so precise that anybody who is not interested, they need to know right away, hey, I'm not interested in this. That's how precise it needs to be. Don't leave any gray areas that the prospect has to think, well, maybe I could fall into this category, or maybe I can't fall into this category, whatever it is. So it needs to be very precise, so that somebody who doesn't qualify knows right away that they don't qualify, and somebody who does qualify, they right away, they're like, oh my God, this is what I've been looking for. Thank God that I got this. So that is my little rant about elevator pitches. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a question or a comment or anything that's on your mind right now. And if anything was unclear, or if you have any questions, I'll probably respond back to you personally. I do respond back personally. So leave your questions and we'll talk soon. I just got home, so I'm going to talk to you later. Bye.